Good morning, Flosstube. Today is the 31st of December 2023. This is my last video for 2023. Hopefully it will go up today because this is my WIP parade and I've got a bit of haul in front of me to show you. And I've got a big drink. So this video is my WIP parade of all my WIPs. And I'm not setting goals for any of my WIPs, but I am going to try and stitch on every WIP. And if I've not stitched on it last year, or I don't think I have, I'll tell you. I haven't got start dates. No, because I haven't updated my spreadsheet. I haven't got the exact start date anyway, so on some of them. So we'll begin with stuff I've got since my last video. So Cloud Factory is doing Hans Christensen Andersen and Other Fairy Tales. It's a 2024 picture long. There's no any information. I haven't got You've got the fabric and that's all what you've got. So I don't know what it's going to look like. But as soon as it was Hans Christensen Andersen's and Other Fairy Tales, I loved his stories as a child. His The Ugly Duckling. I had a book, I was trying to find it the other day. I had a book with all his stories in. So that starts, I think, was it the 10th? I want to say the 10th of January and then the 1st of every month. Oh yeah, it does say here. Yeah, starting 10th of January and the 1st of every month after that. Yeah. So I've just bought the PDF. I ain't bought the fabric, so it was a lot of money. And then I have bought some more nerd shoots in a different colour. So these are blue, so I've bought one of each size. I do tend to use, like these I use for my smalls. If I've got any smalls to show you. But I do tend to use all sizes. Yeah, there's my smalls, the medium, a small, the medium, okay. Number 1 and number 2 I tend to not put on my Lowry stand, but my other two I do. But these are not bad to hold in your hand and stitch. Even your big ones are not bad to hold and you'll be able to stitch with. They're so lightweight, hurts my hands. I was getting bad wrists with holding my cube snaps. So that's why I bought a second-hand Lowry. And it came with just the little bar. And then I have bought, since I've had it and I've enjoyed using it, I've bought the table clamp one now, which I've got upstairs. My Lowry is down here. It's tucked between my sofa, my three-piece sofa and my chair. It's tucked under the chair. It just belongs down here, and I just take the pin out and lower it because it does lower to where my arms is. And I've bought the extended bar, and I've bought the corner clamp as well. Right, so I've got my next lot of DMC floss from Enchanted Needle, and I also have got 2 fabrics, like 14 count ages. Yep. So I'm keeping these in the bags until I've got a full set. When I've got a full set, what do you call it? And then when I've run out of floss on my rings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my bags that I've already got. If I've not got a colour, then I'll take out of here, but then I'll write a list of DMCs. And then when I've got a few, I'll reorder the ones that I've took out. That makes sense. And then I've got my cotton and twine box. Cotton and twine box. So I'll show you what's in here, like I do every month. I've opened the box to stop me pulling the, but I've not actually looked in here. So December's design. It's this house with robins and, that's all I call them, robins. Again, like every month, you get a black and white chart and you get a colour chart. There's no way you'll see that. Again, it gives you about the design in here. It gives you all the information on the DMC and how to complete your project. And it tells you what's in the box. Let's see who the designer is. It could be Cotton and Twine. It could be Cotton and Twine. Doesn't say. Could be a historical. No, I bet that was designed. So as always, you get a tea bag. This is Earl Grey. You seem further away from me today, probably because I've got surrounded by boxes. A little notebook on a clipboard. That'd be handy, that clipboard. Yeah, that handy clipboard. A frame to frame it in. It always comes with a frame. Sorry, I got hiccups. Indigestion. Always comes with a frame or something to finish it on. A chocolate bar by Tony's. I'm pulling forward a bit. You seem really far away. Tony's. It's just milk chocolate, that one. And then in here, oh, never had a piece of black Ada. Black, the 60, it's always 16 count these. You floss and your needle. Oh, God. Let's put all that in the box. And I thought, right, you hear it bang. This too big. Right, so that's everything I wanted to show you of things I've got. I'm going to try and film all these projects in one video. Right, so we'll go with my new start from my last video. So this one is, I haven't got my board up. Oh. Mr. Grinch by Flosstube Studio. It is a retired chart, so you can no longer get it. She put it up at Christmas last year and I missed out, and then she did it again this year. She put it up again. So what I'm doing on this is I'm just doing the bauble, the Grinch's hand and the sleeve. I'm not doing the background and I'm not doing the shadowing underneath because I don't think it needs it on this fabric. So I've worked my, oh, that is better. My socks off on this one. So this was one I started Christmas Eve. Yeah, this is one I started Christmas Eve, and I've worked, so I've managed to do just under 1,500 stitches on this. So as you can see, I was doing all the black, which when I pull it out again, I'll do all the black. So it'll come off this hoop. It'll come off the hoop and be put in a bag. It hasn't got a bag yet, so I will just pop it over there. that was a new start since Christmas. That's my only new start. I start all these projects and I haven't, but I am doing WIP again in WIP Warriors, and I can start things when I want. Right, so where to start now? We'll start with this box. This one, I've brought my iPad because some of them haven't got cover photos, which I am going to print the cover photos. Okay, let's go internet. It was sticked on, so it should be in here. Wasn't it in here? Okay. Okay, let's search then. Oh, okay. All the rest are in the stitch alongs on the hair website, but this one, and this was a stitch along. So this one, I'll just turn my brightness down. You might be able to see it better. Yeah. So this one is Christmas Wonderland. It was the stitch along from this year. I haven't got very far on it, but this may become my sal for 2024, because one of my groups I'm in, they always, every week, they release prompts for fortnightly prompts there, and I didn't tell you what that fabric was. Well, Mr. Grinch was 18 count Ada by Coffee Craft Fabrics. So this is a 16 count Ada from Grace Notes Fabrics. And that's where we're up to. So I did manage to get the lip done and the white. So this may become my sal. So I've got, but do I want a Christmas piece as a sal? Or do I want so I'll have a think about this. Right, I don't want to get all loaded. I should have brought that spare basket up. I've got a spare basket upstairs. Let's put them there. Then when we empty, yeah, I know what I'm doing, yeah. Is this a full? So I will print that full chart for that one. So any that I need to reprint, what I'll do is I'll put down there, they need a cover photo printing. So this one is Cozy Cafe by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I've just done, sorry you might hear some sips in this video. So this, I think, is another Grace Notes. So I've got all the beads for this, because this one does clasp beads, and I should have a needle somewhere. This is an unknown designer. So this one, that's as far as, so this could become my sal. Right, right, any that could become my sal, I'll write down. So Cozy Cafe, and that's Frosted Pumpkin, Frosted Pumpkin, FP for Frosted Pumpkin. So that is on an unknown fabric. I have to put them all back in the bags. If I don't, something will go missing. Okay, this one, I am showing you this one. Because I am in the middle of frogging this one. So I am pulling this one out and it's going to be restitched on the same fabric, but I have no idea where I am. So this one, all the fabric, like I can just, all the bits on this are getting pulled out, so this is getting frogged and I'm going to restart it again. And this one, this one is done definitely on an 14 count. Yeah, 14 count Ada. Yeah, count Ada by George Designs. So this one is watercolour. So I was somewhere in here, but I'm going to restart this. So that one can go there because of restart. Right, so we'll start with these. Oh, I've got a, okay. Oh, it's gone flying then. So this one is Nutcracker Village, and that's what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I have all, this one I'm doing all on one chart. I am beading any French knots. I don't like doing French knots. I can't do them anyway, and that's where we're up to. So we've managed to finish the middle bit. We're working on this bit across for our border. So this, I think this one is Candy Store, this one here. So working up here on this border here on this one. I was trying to rechart it so that I could have it in Pattern Keeper, but I think I'm just going to use it. This is a paper one, but I will scan it into my iPad and use it from there. So that is a 16 count Ada by Swigart. It's a printed one. So on the back it's just plain grey, and then on the front it is a polka dot fabric. I have bought some more for another chart that I've got. These bags feel so thin because I took all the floss out of them and I'm just using one lot of flosses. So this one is Gingerbread House, I think then, by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Something like when it's finished. And that is where we're up to. So I did a bit of work on this, and this one, as I was saying, will fit on. Hang on, let me just get the right. No, it's that one I want. It will fit like on the medium size one. It will actually fit on the small one as well. So say you're working on a certain area, it will fit. If you want to fit it on a smaller one, it will fit. So they do become handy for anything like this. Any that I've used out of a kit that are small ones. And that is a fabric, that is a kit fabric, so she always uses swag art. What's this one? So this one is Little Wood Folk, it's the hedgehog one. So that's what I like when it's finished. This is done on a 14 count. I think it's a 14 count Ada from, I don't know if it's Chronic Alchemy or Joey's Design. But that's where we're up to with that one. Trying to get things out. Pandemic by Long Dog Samples. So this is like it's finished. We're doing a Hank from Silks for You. It's either Silks for You or see the one I use. I think that's Silks for You. And this is where we're up to. So I think we've got page 1 done. Let me have a look myself. Yeah, I think page 1's done. I think we're working on page 2. Or did I get page 1 and 2 done and working on page 3? I'm not 100% sure on that one. But that is a Joey's Designs. I know that one. I thought that. All my whips are either, all my fabrics are either 14, 16, 18. Okay, I've got a 22 count Asia. I think the rest are don't think I've got the information on my spreadsheet. Okay then. yeah, so I haven't got them all on my spreadsheet. So this one is come to the beach where the sea is blue and little white waves come running at you. So this is called More Beach Parade Hands-on Design. I'm doing this one. I will eventually do this one which says less Mondays, more beach. This is the only one that's got, well, there's a few. This one has got floss in the bag because it's a hand-dyed floss. So that is where we're up to. So this one again I want to pull out and I'm trying to pull all my lips out this year. So they're going on a wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel before my, well, I'm going to spin the wheel after this video. I'm going to pull those whips out other than my sal. So I'll have, I think I'm going to pull 8 out. Yeah. I might do it with you, because you'll have seen all my whips. At the end of this video, I'll spin the wheel. I don't know if I'm spinning 7 or 8 whips, plus whichever sal I choose. Just remembered another one it could, no, that I don't want, yeah. Sorry. And then you'll have seen all my whips. So then those 8 whips I'll work on. I don't know if I've got them all. If I've took and I didn't miss, let me just pull my spin the wheel up. I've just took my finish out. Yeah, I've not added it. So I need to add Mr. Grinch. We've got Christmas Wonderland in as well. Yeah. No, that's Chris. No, we haven't. Right, there we go. So this is my spin the wheel, which we'll do at the end of the video. So this one is the 2029 Linen and Threads Mystery Sample. It's called a Peacock's Garden. And I'm doing it on, oh, can't remember how that is. I want to say 3, 8, 12, something like that. Again, this is a, I don't know which. Oh, it's that way. You will be able to see that. So that is where we're up to with that one. I need to remember what colour. I think it's 3812. So when I pull it out, I'll have to look at that one. So that one I'm going to put as a cell because that one could become one of my cells. so that is, I'll just put 2019 Ellen and Fred. Well, it's Fox and Rabbit, they changed the name, didn't they? Used to be, they used to have a website called Lane and Friends. Sorry, let me just blow my nose. Oh, this is with a hook. This is a, this is the one. This is the one I was thinking about last night. For some reason, I was thinking about this one. So this one is the Queen's stamp. I don't know if I did this for her coronation. Not a coronation. A jubilee. Or was it, did I start this when she died? I think I started this. I'll have to have a look at that. Is that? I'll have to have a look at the date of that one. Right, so this one is British stamp. Was 2020, so it was 12th 2022, so that was last year I started that. So I bet it was for, so I was going back the story. I wanted to do this as a remembrance piece anyway, because you will not now see any stamps with the Queen on for years to come. Well, you won't see any actually, will you? Because they're all kings on the line, yeah. So they'll all be kings. So this one was Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth, is it the second, was it, or the third? Queen Elizabeth II. So her stamp, I always remember the first stamps being red. So that's why I chose red. I hope I wrote. You know when you change things but you don't write it down? Yeah, so that's the 16 count by River Hook Designs off Etsy. This one is Santa Quill by Long Dog Sampler. I've chosen a Ada that is so close to that. So this one is from Coffee Craft Fabrics. So as you can see, I've started working on it. So this one is a, look, it's 18 count, 16 count Ada. And I chose to do it on hand-dyed floss. So it's Black Coffee and Snowball from Classic Colourworks, and I've got hopefully enough there to finish it. If I need to get another Snowball, I need to get another one. But like those sort of colours, you won't see a lot of change. But really, there isn't a lot of white in it. It's mainly black. This one's Anzac by Long Dog Sampler. So again, I'm doing it on a, oh, Mrs. Satus, this one is floss. And the header is from Jerry's Design, and I have managed to do it to the end of the page. So I've managed, I got a bit further than Pandemic. So this one is, that's as wide as it's going to be. So you've just got lengthways now. So I've done all the top pages. This one goes flying because it's one colour. If I don't know the count, I won't tell you. So this one is Fly Away by, it's by Angela Porter, but it's charted by Pain Free Crafts. So look like when it's finished, and I just love this piece. I think I've managed, yes, so I've managed to get the top pages done at the top. So that's all the top done. So now we're working on bringing this bit down that page, and then we'll work across again. So that is where we're up to. This is, I'm doing this with black 310. It is on a Jerry's Design fabric. That is a 20 count. I haven't got the 20, no, and an 18 count. This one is Best Friends by Stitch Area. It is no longer available on Etsy, but this one, so I used to love the show Friends. So somewhere I'm going to try in memory of, no, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might just stitch it as it is. So this one is a 16 count header by Jerry's Designs, and that is where we're up to. So we've nearly got the frame of the door done, and then I'll come across and do Friends, and then I'll be there. So we've got the so that was actually going to say there. So go I'll, so F R F there, and it'd be I'll be there with you. I'll be there for you. This one hasn't got a cover photo, so this will go on my cover photo, but you can nearly see what it's going to be. So that's what it looks like, and they're all going to be baubles, and it's going to be a tree. I think it's just baubles. That's where we're up to with that one. So that one will go on my pile for me to print a cover off. Right, this one I changed. I restarted this one. And this one is Bunny Gardens by Stitching with the Housewives. I hadn't got very far with it anyway when I changed it. And this is a needle minder I made myself. And that's where we're up to. I did it on a really dark purple and I just didn't like it. So I changed the fabric to very similar. That is more blue, a bluey, like a teal colour, but I've chosen green. And I'm doing it with DMC's, not hand-dyed floss. This one hasn't got a cover photo, but this one might end up being a UFO. Yeah, this one's going to be a UFO, so I'm not going to show you that. Well, I am. It's this one. It's, yeah. I've just fallen out of love with it and there's no point keeping it in. And that can be taken out of my album. So this is Seashells by the Seashore. Like when it's finished. And I haven't worked on any this year with it. So that was my end from last year. My 200 stitches. Or even a year before that. I don't know when I started that one. So this is a 16 count aided by Jewish Designs. I'm doing Dictionary of Tea on that one. And we've been working on the middle piece, so it's simply tea, and that's as far as we've got. This one is a PDF chart. It's one that they stopped doing kits, but they started selling it as a PDF chart. I don't know if you can still get it as a PDF chart or if it's just an outlet. That's that one. Just pull. Next side, needle craft, designed by Jewish Design, Charted Violets, exclusive. So it's a lakeside needlecraft, but it's exclusive, designed by Jewish Design. And what is that one? Yeah. And that's where we're up to with that one. So, Hobby Baking by Boffer Threads. This is a kit, so it is, no, I've changed the fabric. And that's where we're up to with that one. That's a Happily Ever After by the Frosted Stitchery. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. And that's where we're up to. So I'm just thinking, really, my style could be any project as long as it has got official hashtag, or had an official hashtag. This one is hands-on design. It's Rose Cottage. It's Charts by the Home. I'm doing it on a blue, really like denim blue, and that's where we're up to with that one. And that's hand-dyed floss. This one could become myself. Is that, yeah, that's the full chart. So this one is Under the Sea by Frosted Pumpkin Stationery. And that's where we're up to, as you can see. Hello Sunshine by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is where we're up to with that one. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. And that's where we're up to. So again, I think we've got definitely more than a half done on that. Let me just write those two down. So Hello Sunshine could become a cell, and Under the Sea. And I'm going to put Frosted Pumpkin there. Excuse me. To sneezing. To get the tissue to wipe my nose and I sneeze in the meantime. Go and fill by Little Dove Designs, like when it's finished. This is a 16 count fabric from Grace Notes Fabrics. I ain't got very far on this. I think it's that way. It's either that way or that way. I can't quite remember. Whichever way it is. But we've only got some of the border done. So some of these have not had been stitched on at all this year since my last my last WIP Parade video. And I know which ones it is. Right, Pumpkin Passport. This one has been restarted because I did it on white fabric. But I have got further than I was on the white one. So that's where we're up to with that one. Some of these charts, if I really concentrated on them, I could get them finished. This one hasn't got the 12th one. I need to print that. So that's where, well, we're up this bit anyway. So that's what it's going to look like when it's finished, other than the 12th one. So this will go on the pile to be printed and that's where we're up to. I have got the other season's bands to do, so once this is finished we'll do the other bands. So I'll put that over there. This one I'm going to print again because it's in black and, well, my colour was running out when I printed it. Again, this is one, if I'd sit and concentrate, if I sit on it and do some, I could actually get finished. So that's where, oops, no. And that's where we're up to. That one, if you can see. That one is Autumn Lane Design. I don't know what floss is. I've got no card what the floss, what the fabric is. Sorry, I have to think then. This one has no blurry, but you don't want to see the blurry. No chart, no picture at all. But this is class with a cross stitch. Adventure Awaits. Is it Adventure Awaits? Or is it? No, British Isles Adventure. So this is the British Isles one. So that's where we're up to with that one. And the last one for this box, oh, it does have, again, this one was a Grace Note Fabrics. I think I chose, yeah, 16 count. I don't know if I can show you, but I will print a better picture. So this one was a King's Coronation, and again, if I concentrated on this one would be finished. Let's put that one. So again, that's where we're up to with that one. Right, so that's box one done. Let's just put that one. So we'll do the box here. I will film this in two parts actually. So I'll do and tidy my desk up, then I'll film the other two boxes. Well, yeah. So it's already 54 minutes, so I don't want it to be 2 hours long. And it takes ages to upload. So, Santa's House by Tiny Modernist. This is a 14 count index, I can tell. But I've no idea who the designer is, who's the design dyer was. And that's where we're up to with that one. So what I'll do is I'll film this and that one, and then tomorrow I'll film my plans and I'll spin my wheel because you'll have seen all my, yeah, bit first, and I can give you all my packs for the year of how many stitches I did. This one I haven't got. This is Love Bug by Ink Circles, and I think it's that way. So again, we was doing all the 310. Yeah, the 310 in this. Let's Live by the Sea. I know this is the Jewish Designs. Or is it? I don't know actually. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. We are so close with this one, as you can see. That's where we're up to with that. I like this. It's back stitching, but it's so easy to do on like these ones. That's Ursula Michael design, and I bought it from Lakeside Needlecraft. I've got some more of hers that I bought from Lakeside Needlecraft, and I've got the floss to go with it. So Boss with Threads, Beach Hut Fun. So that one again, I'll changed the fabric, and that's where we're up to with that one. Welcome to the Pumpkin Patch by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. That's what it's like when it's finished. Again, I've took all the floss out other than the shiny, other than the, I think it's Treasure Braid, Petite Treasure Braid, it's Go in the Dark one. And that's where we're up to with that one. Sorry, no. Bags of bone. Awakening by Boffery Threads. This one. And I've got a mug to match it. This one I have left the floss in the bag because I don't know what sort of floss it is, and I'm not messing about with. Yeah, they're the only ones I've left in is the Boffery Threads ones, and there was two of us. Boffery Threads, any silks for you, any hand-dyed floss. There was another kit. When I come to it, I'll tell you. And that's where I'm up to with that one. This one I could pull out and just again stitch on it and nearabouts finish it. I keep pulling a pile out. So this one is Cotton and Twine October. Oh, I've photocopied this one. This one it's a pith. I photocopied the bottom bit, is it? yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll photocopy the top bit. Oh, it's not photocopied on the line. Yeah. Anyway, I'll sort that out. I haven't even shown you what it's going to look like. Oh. And that's where we're up to. So we've done the green in the on the tree bit, and I have got the hoop that it's going to go when it's finished in the bag. Snow Cone by Frosted Punks Dictionary. And we have got quite far with that one. So that's where we're up to with that one. Christmas at Home. I think part 7 was the last part. This one is a 28. This one's a 28 even weave by Joey to Design, I know that. And that's where we're up to. So we have done the house. Well, we've done the roof. So was working inside here, but what I might do is come and do the border. So I am doing this 2/2. So we'll see where, when I pull this out, when this gets spun. So when they get spun, they're either going to be worked on until I get a certain amount of stitches done, or until I get a certain motif or a certain bit done. What I'll do is I'll film me spinning the wheel. No, I can't really. I don't know what's going to come out, do I? I'll do it in plans. It means looking for it. I'll have a think about that. Yeah. I can actually, because all my pictures on. Yeah, I've got an idea how I'll do it. So this was 20. What year was this? I want to say it's 2021 temperature. Oh, 2022. Yeah, 2022 temperatures. And that's where we're up to, look. So we've done the butterfly. We've done January's. I was trying to get all the butterflies done. You know what that looks like, it's just butterflies and it's a picture done really. Yeah, but you can see they're all going to be like that but different colours. Again, that could become my Sal. That one here. Whichever one becomes my Sal, I'm going to do 300 stitches a week on it. This one's from, it was Christmas 2022 and it was from Creative Stitchery. So if you're in this, it was a free one for me because I'm in her club that I pay to be in. I ain't got very far on this. Again, I think this is my 22 counted from, I don't know where it's from, but we've managed to do the red bit. I was working on the red bit in the book, so I haven't got very far on that. This one I've not got a front cover for, and there won't be a front cover for this one. Well, I'll see if I can find one. So this one, it's alphabet. Whipsicle alphabet semi-mystery cell. It's little room in the attic. This one. Gorgeous that one is. Don't think I have got a picture. That's the materials. That's the materials. So no, I haven't got a picture for. But I'm going to put it on my pile because I'm going to see if I can find a picture for that one. So Sugar Seat Sampler by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I've just done the alphabet now. I've managed to do all the alphabet and I started at the bottom for the border. Again, this looks like a denim, a really dark fabric. This one was a club box, and this one's called All Is Bright. This is the only one I've kept. Oh, I could actually. No, I'll take that out actually. But what I'll do is let me just write the numbers on here. Because they're short, because they're only a short length, they'll go straight on there. Right. Let me just look at the chart to show you I'm showing you the right way. No, I think it's that way. Or is it that way? No, it has to be that way. I don't know which way this is. Sorry, guys. I don't actually know which way it is. So I don't know if it's that way or that way. So I'll have to figure it out on my so I've put into, again this was a kit, so the fabric is swagger plain white. I'll have to figure it out on my iPad. I've got my iPad in front of me. Let me just go on to Facebook and I'll have a look. WIP Warriors. Alright, I'll have to just look through my album, see if I can find. Sometimes it takes me twice to go from top to bottom to find the chart. Been through once, go back and see again. So there it is. So it's actually that way. There we go. Right, Magical Castle, which is going to look like that. No idea what the fabric is. I can show you like that, like it's folded. So that's where we're up to with that. So this does include a lot of half stitches. Yeah, half stitches. A lot of blends and but I do want to get it finished. Right, this one I might do some on today. Temperature jar. No, not temperature jars. What is it actually called? We've got a name for it. No. I'll see what I've called it on here. Oh, Magical Potion Temperature by Teeny Weeny X Stitch. Again. So that's where we're up to. So So I think I've got half of the box, the line done for January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I've got 11. So this, what I like about this one is you do the high and low temperature. So whatever the high temperatures you do in one colour and the low in the other colour. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Ignore me. Oh, do you? No, I'm doing the... Hang on. Yeah, well, it is still the high, no, it's the high temperature I'm doing. But you're doing it the range, so it's the range. So, for example, the 10th, the 4th, 10th of, 11th of January last year was the high was 10 and 7, between 10 and, well, the high was 10, low was 7. So what I've done is, this is my thing, and each one, so each of these colours within your high temperature you stitch. So I need to go on and print the rest of the temperatures and put them in. Oh, I do know what. So this Ada is Coffee Craft Fabrics. It's 18 count. Thought it was coffee. So that's that one. So that one could become a cell. Where my pen's gone. So this one is, I just put Magic Potion. Temp. Sorry. Right. Has this one got a cover photo? No. So this is a Sparklies fabric, and it's, what is it called? I don't know, I forgot what it's called, but this one needs a cover photo, so it's on my pile for cover photos to be printed. What's this one? Time for Tea. That is really glaring. And oh, that's where we're up to. Again, this one is a paper chat, and all what I've done is photocopied it. Yeah, all what I've done is photocopied it so that so that one is a paper chart. This one is Adventure Awaits by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And that's what's gonna like when it's finished. we've got quite far. Just have a look. So we've done, that's as far as we've got, sorry, I like now. So we've got quite a bit done on it. Just pull all the charts out. Another drink. So this one is, that's the, I cut the fabric in half. No, I haven't. I've got a second piece of fabric from Coffee Craft Fabrics. Of course, there are two, I think I'm doing this one. They're all, I bought the kit from, what's the name? No, Evertotes. So that's where we've got to with that. So I am doing the Fleur Roxy Floss Co. So I have got two fabrics in case. I've got another fabric just in case I need it. If I can't get them both on the same fabric, but we'll see. Okay, we've got tied. This one is the Resign what? Gilmore Girls piece. This one I was I'd emailed Fabric and Fibre Co and said, will this chart ever become a PDF? Will this chart become? And they said yes. And then I bought the chart and the floss. So these are Fabric and Fibre Co flosses to go with the chart. And then I just used my own fabric. So everyone's going to be different because of the way you stitch it. But that is where we're up to with that one. Up on the Rooftop by Teresa Hogarth. And so if that's, sorry, I'm just trying to work out which way it is. I think it's that way. So that's where we're up to with that one. So we're getting there. Log dog sample, 1 down, 3 across. And when it's finished, I'm doing this with Snowball and Classic Colourworks, and that's where we're up to. this one is last year's stitch along from Catch with a Cross Stitch. That's what it looks like when it's finished. I've chosen to lighten the fabric up to this colour, and that's where we're up to. Can't remember who the designer is, who made that bag, should I say. This one has no cover photo, so it needs to go on the pile. So this is Mini Snow White by Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't know who the designer is, but that's where we're up to with that one. So that will go on my pile for printing cover photos. Right, 3 more projects to go, and then I will stop the video. Cloud Factory, Grimes, Fairy Tales. That's what it looks like when it's finished. I've chosen a very close fabric. It's not the one they recommended, but so that's where we're up to with that one. I should have switched fairy lights on up there. I'll switch them on for my second part and see the lighting's different. But I will upload this one first, and then I'll film it once this is uploaded. And that, so this one is, that's where we're up to. Should show you cover photo first. Working on this one. When I finish this, it's going to be a gift for my sister. She doesn't know it yet. Maybe in 20 years time. No, I'm joking. What was that message? Sorry, I've just got a message. Right, I wash this fabric with fabric softener. Every time I open the bag, I can still smell it. So this one is Cut Through Campervan by Boffrey Threads. It just hits you, that smell. So this is the fabric out of the bag, and out of the kit, and I just used it. I think it's that way. Yeah, I think it's that way. So that is where we've got to. Obviously, when I start back stitching, when I finish the page I'm working on, I'll go back and do the back stitching. it'll come to shape that. Because I washed it with fabric softener to get the stiffener out, and it did. There is a kit that I've got white fabric and it's so stiff. I know as you work on it it'll come, but I might do the same. I might wash it with fabric softener. It's not, it's just plain white, like that was the Swagat blue. So that's all for video 1, part 1 of my WIP parade. So what I'll do is I'll get this uploaded and then I will just do a few bits I need to do, and then I'll come back and film my other video. But I'll swap the boxes. Well, I'll swap the boxes around. I'll put all those kits that are loose over there somewhere, and then I'll have the 2 boxes on. Well, I've got one on the table here. That's everything for part 1. I will see you all soon for part 2. See you in a bit. Bye.